Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and this is set number 75286, General Grievous the Starfighter from the LEGO Star Wars theme. This set contains 487 pieces, 3 minifigures, and retails for $79.99 in the US, for some reason. This set was sent to me by the LEGO group through the LEGO Ambassador Network, but all opinions expressed in this video are my own. So before I start going over this set, I just want to talk real quickly about why I got this set. So, my first LEGO set ever when I was a kid was the 2007 version of the same exact set, General Grievous the Starfighter. So when this set was revealed, I was like, oh, I want to get that, because I no longer have my first set ever together, but I do have a lot of fun memories of it, so I was like, oh, they're remaking it, so I might as well get it now, especially because I don't have a modern General Grievous figure, so I want to get this one. But then I looked at the price of this set, and this set is $80. And if you look at the piece count, or the minifigure count, or anything else about this set, that really doesn't make sense. Based on the piece count and whatnot, this should be $50, maybe $60. $80 is absolutely absurd for this set. So that was really disheartening, and I did not decide to get it. However, the kind people at the LEGO Ambassador Network were kind enough to send it to me, so now I finally am able to get it. And having it in hand, I do really like it. I like this build a lot, and I'll go over that in a moment, but oh my goodness, is it definitely not worth the price. I was kind of hoping I'd get it in hand, and I was like, oh wow, this is a lot bigger than I expected, or this is a lot more intricate than I expected. But no, this is a fairly standard spaceship, and just because it's good does not make it worth the price in the slightest. So yeah, this is one of the worst priced LEGO sets of all time. I know we talk about price a lot, but usually prices can be bad, but they could be excusable. This, I would never recommend to get for full price, and even 20% off is still pretty expensive for this set. But yeah, that's my talk about price. Now let's go over the set. So I actually really like the shaping on this, right? So it's obviously based on the actual General Grievous the Starfighter from the movies and from the Clone Wars TV show. But you can see it has these two larger sections on each side of the build, and then it has this area out the back that extends, and that's where the pilot seat is back there. I like the use of color on the top right here. You can see it alternates orange and tan right here, and I think that just creates a nice dimension behind the gray. It uses a few touches of gold throughout too. You can see there's some grills right here, there's a little bit of a wheel right here, and then there's some gold flower pieces, which is interesting parts usage, but I think it works just for some texturing on the side as well as a little pipe coming out the side. And that's the same on both sides here. The wings on the side here can actually open up, and inside you can actually store lightsabers or whatnot. So if you want Grievous to be piloting the ship, obviously he can't hold his lightsabers at the same time, so you can actually just put them away in here. And when you're done, you can just close it right back up. And you can do the same thing on the other side as well. The back of the ship has a transformation feature that allows it to stand up when landed. So this is it in its landed form, but when you don't want it like this, you can actually turn it out. And then when you're ready, you can pick the ship up. Or alternatively, with it up, it allows you to display it on the ground at an angle. Here's the cockpit for Grievous the Starfighter. It slides open. That's actually a really smooth function. I actually really like how that's done. And then the design of the cockpit, so Grievous himself fits in absolutely perfectly, so you can just slide it back over him. Back out the front, you can see there's some stud shooters. Most people probably know these work, but if you don't, you just push down right here, and a stud shoots out. And then underneath, there's also a spring-loaded shooter, so if you push back on this area right here, you can shoot that missile out. But that's about all I have to show you for the functionality of this build. It looks good, I will say that, but yeah, there's not much else going on, so I guess now we should move on to the minifigures. So here are the first two minifigures included in this set. We have Obi Wan Kenobi, and we have an Airbourne clone trooper. I apologize if that's not the official name for this type of clone trooper. I'm not a huge Clone Wars fan, so I don't know the names of all of them, but Airbourne clone trooper is what it says on the box of this set, so that's what I'm going by. But if anybody knows the proper name in the comments, please let me know. These two I both find fairly interesting. This is the Mustafar version of Obi Wan, which I know a lot of people were upset about him being reused for this set, and that doesn't bother me too much, in theory. I'm okay with them reusing the figure. I understand they can't create, an exclusive minifigure for every single set. And with what the set is based on, this is so close to, the Mustafar Obi Wan that, the few little battle scars on the torso isn't a big deal to me. And if they made a new minifigure here, they couldn't have made another minifigure elsewhere. So it doesn't bother me too much in that sense. However, on the other hand, this set is ridiculously priced, so the least they could do is provide us, at least exclusive minifigure here that would have made me like this set a little bit more, make the value a little more worth it. It definitely still would not have made it worth it, but it would definitely have taken it a step further. As it stands, though, I think he's a cool figure. It's a good outfit. It captures Obi-Wan's likeness. Yeah, I like it. Pretty cool hairpiece for him, too. The Airbourne clone trooper over here is a pretty interesting figure. I believe he is technically exclusive to this set. There is similar versions of this same character that have come in previous sets before, but this version is exclusive to this set. And he's fairly unique for a clone trooper. Obviously, I don't know the lore as to what this exact clone trooper is used for or anything, but I like the orange on him. The helmet mold is pretty unique. I haven't seen that used too frequently, so that's pretty cool to see here. And then he has just like orange markings on his torso, and you can see one of his knee pads is orange. And then he has this little bit of cloth that hangs around his legs, which is pretty cool. I always appreciate when we get something like that. You can see in terms of accessories, Obi-Wan comes with a small blaster as well as a lightsaber. And then the clone trooper just comes with a standard size blaster. Nothing all too interesting with either of those guys there. Here these guys are with accessories removed. You can see Obi-Wan with his hair, so you can see his beard extends up slightly higher, and you get a better look at his eyebrows right there. And then there's the clone trooper without his helmet. He just uses the standard modern like clone trooper head. And then turning these two around, you can see Obi-Wan's back torso part. You can see more scars right there. There's his alternate face where his mouth is kind of open and he seems a little worried. And there's the back of the clone trooper's torso. Seems pretty standard, nothing all too like incredible going on there, but it looks good, fits the character well. And there's that face for Obi-Wan with the hair attached if you're curious. And then here is the man that this set is named after and designed around. Here is General Grievous himself. I know this design for General Grievous has been around for I think almost a decade at this point, but this is my first time like getting the modern General Grievous figure. And I think he looks really good actually. Almost to the point where he almost doesn't feel like Lego because he's designed so well. You can see he's holding his 4 lightsabers. He's got 2 green lightsabers and 2 blue lightsabers. I'm going to remove them so you guys can get a better look at the actual figure, but I just want to show you him with them first. So there he is without them, and yeah, you can see he looks really good. So he's got 4 arms attached. They're each like their own like little droid arms. They all use the same piece, but you can see that part of the arm right there is actually a little bar, so you can connect other arms to it. So you actually connect this second arm to this arm right here, and that's where the like 4 arms come out. But if you want to have him in just like his 2-armed mode, you can easily remove those 2. And there's how he looks without them. His legs can also each move independently, so you can have him like running if you want. His entire headpiece can move up and down. That's its own like individual piece. And you can see that actually completely comes off if you want. There's how that looks. He's just got a long neck and attaches with a clip onto the top of his torso right there. As a whole, I'm very happy with this figure. If I had to nitpick a little bit, the white printing on the torso is a little light. As you can see, it does not match the white of the legs exactly. However, that's not a huge deal at all. It's not as big a deal here as it is on like many other figures. The slightly darker white still works with General Grievous, and it's not that noticeable, so it's not a huge deal. It's just something I felt I should point out. But yeah, this guy's a really intricate and well done figure, and I'm actually a big fan of him. Does he justify the price? No, not at all, but he's still a really good figure. So, overall, would I recommend this set? In a vacuum, yes, I would. I do really like the build of the set. The minifigure selection's fairly good. There's fun stuff going on. There's a lot to like here. But when we look at this set in a real-world sense and actually consider the price, this isn't just a badly priced set. This is a terribly priced set. This set isn't like $10 overpriced, it's like $30 overpriced. It's absurd how expensive this set is. If you're like really wealthy and a huge fan of LEGO Star Wars, I guess I recommend this set to you because it is a good set. But for most people, I'd say no, don't get this one unless you find it on sale for like a really good price. It's just not worth it. It's a good set, but for $80, there's so many more substantial, better sets that you could get. Because the value is not here in the slightest. I understand Grievous being in the set means they have to upcharge it a little bit, but they don't have to upcharge it $30. That's absurd. So yeah, no, for 95% of people, I would not recommend this set. I'm happy I have it, but I know for sure this is not worth the price. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please press like and subscribe if you're new. I do LEGO videos like this every single day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!